Well, it's Friday morning, quite late, so I'm having a slow start again. So we need to get going on the Thames here in the same direction as that cruiser. I found a very nice place to tie up last night. Just managed to tuck into this little space. I put a gangplank out so Flan could get off and walk on the grass if he wanted to. And I noticed the videos making this grass look very green. It's pretty good, but as you can see, I only just fitted into this space. So we're going to start up now. At least I hope we are. Got a temperamental ignition switch. Okay, we've got the engine started after a few retries and we're drifting out. So, start the second day's travelling. Oh, and there's another cormorant. There he go, and he's gone. I've only just started noticing them in the last couple of years, but when you start to look, there's lots of them. I don't know if that's just because I'm more attentive or their population is growing. But anyway, I need to get across to the other side to keep the flow of the river, because some of these cruises go up and down here quite fast. The speed limit on the river is twice what it is on the canal. I've seen a couple of higher boats. Oh, there's our friend again. Yes, I've seen a couple of higher narrow boats going past. I'm sure the owners wouldn't approve of the bow wave that was coming off, and they've obviously opened the engine right up. Or maybe I'm just jealous because I can't do that until I get the skin tank fixed. Oh, and there's a big fat cruiser coming down. Oh, and that motorised yacht that passed me about 20 minutes ago, they obviously decided to stop as well. Nice place if you're not in a hurry. Nice place to stop. Alright, let me just check the revs. I can probably put a bit more on there. Yeah, oh, sorry. Yeah, put a touch more on there. I'm just looking a minute to see where our next staging point is. This is nice. Things happening, but it's not crowded. A couple of ladies went by on paddle boards just now. Just paddling gently along and catching up on the news. Yes, that is the boat that passed me just now. In fact, I think that one passed me earlier too. I can see a couple more paddle boarders off in the distance. Right. And the next lock is on page 137. Hang on. Right, the next place we're heading towards now is Molesford. And then North Stoke. This is South Stoke where I am at the moment. And then up through Wallingford. So we've got quite a cruise before we get to another lock. That's nice, so just roll along. Right. And we'll just let this go. I'll film anything interesting if it happens. In the meantime, let's just cruise. Well, I've just left Abingdon and I'm just passing a bit of excitement here. So there appears to be a dirt track race event going on. Lots of
motorcycles flying through the air. I don't know the layout of the track, so I'll just have to swing about a bit to try and find things. Quite a large track. There's lots of humps, so they do lots of flying in the air, I've noticed already. And the sun's come out as well after a very cloudy start and some rain. We didn't get any of the thunderstorms that were threatened. Right, well, we'll leave them to their fun and carry on towards Oxford. Of course, it is Saturday afternoon, that's why they're all out. I keep forgetting what day of the week it is. Well, we come up to this rather nice house, and I noticed there was a boat moored next to it, and then I've just noticed there are two people sitting in the tree. It's a nice spot. We're now getting onto the area where I have to keep an eye out for rowing boats. A couple of miles ahead is Radley College Boat Club. I've already passed a two-man skiff. They had to pull over because I was, at the same time, I was being overtaken by one of the big hire cruisers. So, and there's the now usual paddleboard ahead. Haven't seen any wild swimmers today though. I saw a lot yesterday. Some of them helpfully wearing a little inflatable orange marker so you can see it bobbing along behind them. Right, we'll look out for rowers. Well, Sunday, late morning. We're just going through Oxford. So this stretch for the next mile or two is going to be very busy with boats because, I know from the past, but there's a lot of rowing clubs along here, and it is Sunday, so they're all out practicing. The serious and just the fun rowers, and even canoeists. In fact, here comes a single skiff coming up behind me now. Of course, they're a lot faster than me. So I'm going to have to watch out carefully for them because we don't want to run into one, but also we don't want to upset anybody's training regime. I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 boats in front of me and 2 or 3 behind me, and it's probably going to be like this for the rest of the day until I get through past Christchurch Meadow. And then after that, once I go under the Folly Bridge, don't see so many rowers then, and then it's a short run through Osney Lock and onto the Oxford Canal where I won't see any rowers. Well, some of my old sport there, canoeists. So, a K2 double and a K1 single. There's a whole row of rowing clubs here belonging to the various colleges.
little outboard powered catamarans that the coaches use when they're racing up and down. It's the more modern version of the what was called the shouty cyclist. Whenever you see a rowing 8 in particular, they're normally on the bank. There's somebody on a bicycle shouting at them. Well, shouting helpful advice, I'm sure, but this used to be, this stretch along here used to be a good place to moor when you were visiting Oxford, because you can moor on the left there and then walk over the bridge that you can see in front, and it's about a 5 to 10 minute walk to the centre of Oxford. But recently there seem to be nose to tail boats that look as though they're here permanently. The route planning app, the program I use, Canal Plan AC, there's a note in there which says that from 2022, sorry, stop rambling, which says that this is now permanent moorings, so there's no opportunity for visitors, which is a shame. There is one gap I can see there, but I'm not stopping today anyway, so it doesn't matter to me. But and over there is, through the trees, is Christchurch, Oxford, and this is called Christchurch Meadow. It's very large open space. It's gone quiet now. I expected this part to be very busy on the river, but it was busy just now, too busy for me to film. At one point I had 5 boats coming towards me on a bend, and a rowing 4 right behind me waiting to overtake, and then a whole load of canoeists appeared as well. So we're just approaching this house in the middle there. That's on a sort of an island. Well, it is an island actually, and there are 2 bridges. We can see the right-hand one there with the traffic going over, and there's a channel where that little powerboat's coming out from on the left, and that's where I will go. I think you can go either way around here. The bridges. This is Folly Bridge, isn't it? Let's have another look at the moorings. Yeah. It certainly has the look of permanent moorings. See by things stacked up on the bank. I couldn't have got in there if I wanted to, so it looks like that's no longer an opportunity. As I say, it's a shame, but then I'm probably not going to be visiting Oxford that often. Right, let's get ready for Folly Bridge. Well, here we are at the Sheep Wash Channel. That's under that bridge on the right. So this is where I leave the Thames, and it's a lot tighter turn than when I joined the Thames back in Reading. So let's open up the engine a bit. Should have put the tripod up for this. Tiller hard over. See if she's going to come round. Yes.
it's underneath this footbridge and then under a railway bridge, which because we're very close to Oxford Station here, and then a few hundred metres into a small pool, and on the left there is Isis Lock, which is the first lock of the Oxford Canal. So from now on it's back to manual locks with, in fact I need to get the windlass out, don't I? Winding paddles up and down and pushing gates open and closed. So no more lock keepers doing all the work for me. Right, but I could use my hat if I'm not careful. It's quite a shallow channel here. And this here is an old railway swing bridge. I don't know when that was last used. You can see it's just a little bit of railway line left there. It doesn't go anywhere anymore. Right, and in front, there, just in the distance, you can see black, what looks like black barrels. That's the barrier that stops boats going down the wrong stream. Well, and here we are on our first canal lock since last October. So this is Isis Lock. It's not much of a lift, as you can see. It's only a couple of feet, and then we'll be off down the Oxford Canal. We'll see how far we get today. It's a lovely day still, not too hot, a little bit of a breeze. And we're at Wolvercote now, on our way out of Oxford, out into the country.